Well, check another busy year for Philippine football. I know that makes you really happy. And all the football fans and futsal fans, if I may add, with several competitions lined up for the year.
And that includes the inaugural FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup, which the country will host from November 21 to December 7. Joining us now live to talk about that and more, our FIFA Tournament Director Jaime Yarza, Philippine Football Federation President John Gutierrez, and local organizing committee member Belay Fernando de la Cruz. Welcome to Play by Play. Thank you for joining us. I know you've been doing the rounds in the media, and I think we're your fifth stop for the game.
Yeah, something like that. They've been very busy.
Thank you.
Yeah, from the starting lineup and a whole bunch of shows. It was a long day. Buenas noches, señor. Thank you. Muchas gracias. And sir, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Yeah, last time we saw each other when they launched the kits for the Philippine men's football team, correct?
Right.
And Madam, it's nice of you to be gracing our show.
Thank you for having us. All right, so we can kick things off with the FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup. Huge event coming to the Philippines. How are the preparations so far, Belay?
I mean, you know, just 2 years ago we were participating in a World Cup, and now we were given the honor of hosting one, and the very first one of its kind at that. So of course, a lot of people, new people joining in, of course under the leadership of President John and our GenSec, with the guidance of course of FIFA in every step of the way. A lot is happening. It was just given, we won the bid not 1 year ago, and so it moved really at a fast pace. Just a lot of preparations and a lot of things in store for everyone. So we're really looking forward to the support and the excitement of the fans for this.
But I'll stay with you, and then we'll go to Sir John in just a bit. The Philippines will also host the inaugural FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup from November 21st to December 7, as you said. And the preparations. But let's talk about the tournament. Who's playing? What's at stake here?
Okay, so obviously in a World Cup, you become champions of the world, Andre. But, you know...
I actually, you know...
No,
I should, I was just reading that, but I should have came up with a different question in my head. But
and of course, being the host, we have the privilege of being the first in the lineup of the teams that will be participating.
Yeah.
And of course, New Zealand out of Oceania. But the other teams are still qualifying to come out of Asia, Europe, and the Americas, of course, and Africas. So we're still waiting, and so far 2 teams are waiting for them. And as I said, you become champion of the world in the world of women's
tanongin natin si Boss John. Boss John, you've been at the helm for just a few years now.
A little over a year.
A little over a year, yeah, I remember. How ready are we, and how has it been with you, you know, at the helm on the driver's seat? I know it has been very tough. It was like it's a roller coaster ride for you, but now with the events lineup, with the World Cup, how are we doing?
Well, like you said, being at the helm, it's a tough job, but being given the opportunity to hold such a prestigious event, you know, it takes all those troubles away. We're very fortunate to have won the bid to host the first ever FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup. It's not just a World Cup; it's one of FIFA's 4 quadrennial events, and hosting the first ever. It's something. I mean, you always remember the first. You always remember the first, and this is going to be very historic. We're very grateful for FIFA for giving us again the hosting privileges and having the confidence they placed on our shoulders is something that we're excited to, you know, showcase for the rest of the world to see Filipino true hospitality. You know, so we're excited. We're excited. Pretty much that's the word of the from the federation is the excitement of it. It's just overwhelming. It trumps all of the other, you know, all the other troubles and all the other issues. So yeah.
Right, well, Jaime, we've heard Belay and John mention, you know, the bidding and all that. Can you take us through the process as to how the Philippines became the first host of the FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup, and what can we expect as, you know, this is going to be the first in our country as well?
Well, at the end, it's a decision from the FIFA Council, which it means it's a political decision. But the reality is that around 6 to 7 countries bid for the right to host this tournament, which is a very high number, I must say. And we did an evaluation about all the bidders and all the countries that were willing really to host this tournament. And our recommendation was to go with the Philippines, which we were very happy, obviously, that the FIFA Council followed that due to various reasons. One of them was the strong commitment from the Federation to host this tournament. We could read through the whole papers that were presented that the country, the government, was really interested and behind the project, so really was supportive of hosting this World Cup here. And this is for us extremely important because it helps us to create a legacy for the sport in the country and a legacy for women. And this is one of the main reasons why we host these tournaments. It's not just one shot, we come, we play, we go. We want something to happen in the country thanks to the World Cup. And we really saw that the country being behind it, the government being behind the tournament, would mean that we could really, together with the Federation, create a program for the girls and the women in this country and get futsal to a new level and to a very big development, empower women with sport.
Well, I'm sure by now you are already aware that here in the Philippines, of course, we were colonized by Spaniards, and football is big in Spain, right? But here, basketball is up there, you know this, but football is already getting up there. What did you see in the Philippines and the growth of the sport here in the Philippines that really enticed you and say that the future looks bright for football here in the Philippines?
Well, one of the first things is that it's growing. There is no doubt about it. There is a lot of growth in the world of football in the Philippines and in the world of futsal. There is programs that are in place through various NGOs, government authorities since over 12 years, where futsal is being played by girls and boys, mostly by girls in schools. That means there is a development happening there. I'll give you an example of something that it's pretty similar to what we hope is going to happen here, but even better. We did the Under-17 Women's World Cup in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Dominican Republic, the main sports is basketball and volleyball.
Volleyball, yes.
The highest attendance of a football match ever, was one of the matches of the Under-17 girls in Dominican Republic
Really?
with over 30,000 people. That
Wow.
shows that football is growing in the Dominican Republic, which in that sense is
Similar
similar to
here in
what the Philippines
yeah,
is
correct,
happening.
Correct, yes.
And that the people were really interested in seeing the girls from a young age playing football in their country. We're convinced that the work that we're doing together with the Federation and the support of Victoria City and the city of Manila, we can bring futsal and football to a new level in the Philippines, not only through the tournament, I said before, but on the long run with good programs of legacy and development that will bring the game to a new level. And I think that from the physique perspective of Filipinos, football is a very good game
Yes.
for girls and for boys.
I agree.
For someone
As someone
who's
who
good
is
at the
only
sport,
5'3", I wholeheartedly agree. Thank you. I wish we had more time. We could talk football all day, every day. But thank you for joining us. We really appreciate you making the stop here on Play by Play. And thank you for your time, FIFA Tournament Director Jaime Yarza, Philippine Football Federation President John Gutierrez, and local organizing committee member Belay Fernando de la Cruz. We hope to have you guys back on the show when the tournament
Maybe
actually
tomorrow.
starts.
Thank you once again for dropping by.
Salamat.
Maraming salamat.
Thank you
Muchas
very much.
gracias. Thank you, Boss
Thank you
John.
for having
Thank you,
us.
Belay.